This was inevitable, folks. It's finally time for me to do the All Echo Fighter Challenge. Now, I'm not saying every character in Smash should have an Echo Fighter. I'm just saying they all can. The rules are pretty simple. No skips, same franchise, and it has to make sense. But I'm sure you've already heard a few of these a million times, so I'm just going to get the ones out of the way that I don't care about, and then I'll go into more detail on the ones that I actually do. Here we go. Metal Mario, Hero Shade, Birdo, Prince Fluff, Pepper, or James McCloud, Raichu, Guigi, Paula, Black Shadow, or James McCloud, Impa, Hilda, Dr. Luigi, Morpeko, Liam Powalski, Ravio, Demise, Shadow Mewtwo, Morpho Knight or Mecha Knight, Gondreda, Black Knight, Tiny Kong, Kumatora, Shadow Deity, Louie, Ancient Minister, Toiling, Panther Corosso, Tom Nook, X, Medusa, Talkman, Shout Out to Bread, Grima, Malos, Koopa Kid, Zack, Kana, Shout Out to Lunar Dave, Gene, Octoling, Ridley, X, Lord Frederick, Rover, Bone Piranha Plant, Kasumi, Eric, Jinjos, Rock Howard, or Saros. Or Springtron on the assumption that we get Springman for Fighter 6. Well, on to the ones I care about now. Let's start with Donkey Kong. A lot of people say the prime Echo for Donkey Kong should be Funky because they have a similar body type. But that's not always the best reason why. Funky Kong should have his own original moveset with his surfboard and his gadgets and all the like, but I feel like somewhere there's another big, dumb ape that just swings his arm around.
And then there's Chunky! He's
DK's Echo. Chunky Kong literally has the primate punch. Donkey Kong doesn't even have that. He is the best possible choice for Donkey Kong's Echo, and we need some form of 64 representation. I know Nintendo wants to forget it, but I refuse to. Now we have Jigglypuff, which is the last member of the original 12's Echoes. I'm sure most people would have chose Wigglytuff or Igglybuff because I guess that's an easy pick. But I refuse to just choose an evolution or pre-evolution. That is too easy, and I will never do that to you. Okay, I'll do it once. But Jigglypuff is definitely an interesting case. When it comes to Pokemon Echoes, it's good to look for a Pokemon that matches all of their moves. And I found one that's pretty close in body and moveset. So let's finally have a good rep for Gen 2 and add Meryl as Jigglypuff's Echo. Meryl is a bouncing baby boy, and I think that they have the best chance for being anywhere close to Jigglypuff's Echo. Meryl cannot learn Pound out of those four, but I think if you swapped it out for something like Aqua Tail or something, I think it would work fine. Big Bad Bowser. Now I know the obvious choice would be Dry Bowser, Dark Bowser, Bowsette, but there's one character that I think people are really sleeping on. A character that I myself was sleeping on before doing this research. And I think Bowser's Echo should be King Wart. Just replace Bowser's Fire Breath with Wart's Water or Bubble Breath, and there you go. That's pretty much a perfect Echo right there. Of course, Wart doesn't slam people or slam himself into people, but does Bowser? I think the best way to give an Echo to the boss of the first Super Mario is to give it to the second boss of Super Mario. This is gonna be a fun one. The Ice Climbers. Most all Echoes that I've seen put the baby brothers in this spot. I hate that idea so much. There's a lot of reasons why it does not work, and most people immediately go outside of their franchise because they don't think they have anything. However, Ice Climber does provide one, or I suppose two, characters that can make a great addition. One's from the east, and one's from the west, but they're both the same monster. It's the Topi. The Topis are a pretty basic enemy from Ice Climber, but they create ice, and one is a seal while the other's a goblin, so just have all the hammer attacks, have the goblin swing the seal one. Of course it would be one single attack, but just balance it out by having it be a little stronger, you know? I'm just tired of people not going the extra mile for some of these Echoes. And I think out of any character, the Topies would be the best counterpart to the Ice Climbers, because neither one of them deserves to be in Smash. Now on to another pretty wacky one, Mr. Game & Watch. Most people typically say Mrs. Game & Watch, which I guess fair enough. But Mrs. Game & Watch isn't real. Mr. Game & Watch is a smooth, swinging bachelor, and I refuse to tie him down at his age of 40. So where do we go from there, right? There is one character who does appear in a few Game & Watch games, and I think could work in Smash, because he already does. It's Game & Watch Mario. Mario has his own collection of Game & Watch games, and I think, overall, he would have the best choice. Just replace Game & Watch's aesthetic with Game & Watch Mario games, and there you go. It seems pretty easy. People seem to turn to Mario for the Ice Climber, so I don't know why they didn't for Game & Watch. Wario. Oh boy, Wario was hard. The Wario series offers a very diverse cast of characters. But in this case, most of them are a little too diverse from the fat yellow man. So I had to go digging, and I think I found the perfect candidate. Most people think of WarioWare when they think of the Wario series, but I had to delve into Wario Land. And I think that series deserves a rep as well. So give it up for the Shake King. The Shake King is a rotund money grubber, and I think he works the very best out of any character that could echo Wario. His side B instead of the bite could be replaced with this charge attack he does, and waft could be replaced with his shockwave ground pound thing. This will probably require the most changes of any echo, but I think it still works out well. And I would feel much more dignified to die at 50 to this move than waft any day. I have wanted to talk about Solid Snake's echo for a while. This is honestly one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. I want Peepo Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Peepo Snake is a Peepo monkey from the Ape Escape series who took on the role of Solid Snake. I think mechanically he would be pretty similar. He has Pineapple Grenade, Watermelon Bomb, Banana Pistol. So I think overall he would be a perfect echo to Snake, but would come with a size difference naturally. Please, Sakurai, please give me the funny monkey. When people do this challenge and they get the Pokemon Trainer, oftentimes they look at Pokemon Trainers throughout the other gens with their starters. But in this case, that doesn't really seem to work. I have not really seen a single good way to echo Pokemon Trainer with one of the normal Pokemon Trainers. However, the world of Pokemon is pretty vast. There are so many characters everywhere. One of them has to be able to echo this character. But let's see. We have a small, spinning water gremlin. We have a quadruped who's a grass type, and a large fiery dragon. I got it! Coming all the way from Unova, it's N. N has a team of Starmie, Leafeon, and Reshiram. It is the perfect echo to Pokemon Trainer. Granted, he does not use these three Pokemon at the same time, but Red does not use Squirtle, Ivysaur, or Charizard at the same time, so there is no argument to that. We need to rep Unova, and I think that N is the perfect way to do that. He encapsulates what makes Black and White so great. The story, the characters, and everything surrounding it. N is one of the ones that I think should actually be in the game. My boy, how they have massacred you over the years. How they have treated you. How they say your echo should be that fake hedgehog. I think you're the fake hedgehog around here, the viewer. Of course, Shadow was the exact same in Sonic Adventure 2, but it's been a long time since Sonic Adventure 2. They have fleshed him out so much over the years, he does not deserve to be tied down to this Sonic clone. Especially when you're talking about the series that has like 15 Sonic clones. But I think with all of these, I think it's the best to stick to the original Sonic clone, Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic is meant to be Sonic but better. That's it. He is the perfect Echo. He is literally a canonical Echo to Sonic. Put him in the game and just like remove a spin dash or two. Remove a spin dash or two from normal Sonic, honestly. Lucario is certainly an interesting case here. He doesn't even have the aura in his games, like the mechanic he has in Smash. A lot of people, even including myself, went with Zero Aura originally. But after I did research, Zero Aura only shares one move with Smash Lucario, and it's Aura Sphere, which is the move I was going to change. No, I think if we are going to find an Echo for Lucario, we have to dig deeper. We have to find a Pokemon that has Aura and has, a couple of Lucario's moves. And I think I found, against my better interest, the perfect candidate. Medicham. Now, I hate Medicham. I don't like Medicham. It's gross. It's disgusting. I hate it. It killed me in Mount Cornet. I don't like him. However, I cannot deny the similarities between Medicham and Lucario. Medicham has Counter and Force Palm, and can canonically sense Aura. I think if any character were to be added that would echo Lucario, it would be Medicham. Of course, just fix the up B, and you can just say it can use Aura Sphere because it has Aura. Whatever, man. The less I have to talk about this thing, the better. Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer is something, in a word. Of course, this is not simply a character you can just pull another character from in this franchise, as they don't have many. I know there's like the balance board, but I don't think that would be a very good Echo size-wise and a lot of other factors. I don't think it would work out. However, Wii Fit Trainer is from the Wii series, as Pijugo stated. And if we're going for the Wii series, I think I have a couple candidates. As much as I don't want to tie him down to an Echo, I think Matt could potentially be one, as he does do some sports things, and I think he could overall mimic most of Wii Fit Trainer's moves. However, I think I have a much better pick. Someone who has been in the spotlight, he's been in our noses this entire time, and I'm finally digging him out of there. The reckless Wiimote guy. Simply give him his Wiimote and his nunchuck and have him fumble around trying to do yoga poses, and I think it would be the perfect candidate for Wii Fit Trainer. Better yet, or just throw Reggie in there for the funny ha-has. Like the Ice Climbers, Rosalina and Luma cannot have their 2-in-1 fighting style all the time in an Echo. No one is truly suited for the character like they are. However, I think I've found a pretty decent compromise when it comes to Rosalina. Someone who has their size, I suppose, as well as Luma's powers. And that is my big boy, Lubba. I actually don't have a lot to say about this. I just wanted to point out, I think Lubba would be a pretty good choice for Rosalina's Echo. Now, Punch-Out has a lot of different boxer choices, but none of them truly compare to Little Mac's fighting style. Most people pick Glass Joe, but that wouldn't actually make any sense. Glass Joe sucks. I think we need to reach back to the man who is training Mac from the beginning. My boy Doc Lewis should be Little Mac's Echo fighter. Of course, he doesn't have the size that Little Mac does, but maybe they can make an old era version of Doc Lewis when he was a boxer, and instead of his KO punch, he can have the Star Punch. I think it could work out. But Doc Lewis needs to get back in the ring, put down the chocolate bar, and please get a better model. Greninja's Echo should honestly be fairly obvious. He's a ninja Pokemon, and naturally, we should probably use the other ninja Pokemon. it should be Excelgor. Excelgor can not only learn Substitute, Shadow Sneak, and Water Shuriken, but also has a long appendage hanging out that could fill in for Greninja's tongue in its absence. This could be another Crom situation where you just replace the up B and there you go. Perfect Shadow Clone Jutsu. This is the last large hurdle to get over. I tried. I really tried. I scoured the internet to find something, somewhere, but I found nothing. There is only one game in the Duck Hunt franchise. There is one dog, and I guess there's multiple ducks. I tried the Light Gun series. Nothing. This is not an easy situation. This will be the one time when I'm going to have to branch out a little out of its main series. Of course, there is the dog from Duck Season, but I don't think he would work very well because he stands upright and is a lot bigger than a normal dog. But I did realize something. Duck Hunt on the NES was packaged with another game. So maybe, if I use Order of Operation, I can connect the two. But what game was it? Oh yeah. This opens up everything. In this case, I think I'm just gonna steal Pizza Dude Man Guy's idea because it was so great. Just have Undo Dog and Yamamura from Mario Maker. There's aesthetic changes and everything, but overall I think it would be pretty similar. I'll link his video in the description so you can watch it and see for yourself. I don't want to take all the credit for this idea. Here we're gonna end off strong. With the main man, the fiery, furry, Furi, Incineroar. Naturally, there are a lot of Pokemon that can learn Revenge, Cross-Chop, and probably Darkest Lariat with Gen 8. But none of them really fit Incineroar's vibe. Incineroar is a man who will taunt you, he is a wrestler at heart, he is putting on a show. And I don't really think any Pokemon can really do that. However, like I said previously, there is more to Pokemon than just the Pokemon. There's a large, diverse world of characters out there. And I think one of the most important aspects of Pokemon needs to be represented in Smash. Ladies and gentlemen, Incineroar's Echo is the Masked Royal. Professors need to be represented in Smash some way, somehow, and I see no better way than making Professor Kukui his own fighter. Sorry, the Masked Royal. Kukui is obsessed with Pokemon moves, that's his gimmick, so naturally, he would want to mimic them. And I think he would want to mimic no character more than Incineroar when it comes to a fight such as this. Masked Royal needs to be in Smash. He is probably one of my top picks out of all of this list. And I'd say if you just get rid of the fire effect, it would work perfectly. And that does it. There's an echo for every single character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you enjoyed, or if you want to argue with me, post your picks in the comments below. I would very much like to see what you have in mind. And the next special Smash is going to be a moveset, so stick around. Thank you all so much for watching.